dinner? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? A busy day. What's for dinner? It's time to play. What's for dinner? A friendly kitchen is all you need. It's quick and easy. Just wait and see. What's for dinner?
Hello and welcome to What's for Dinner, where we cook up quick, healthy, efficient meals every single day. And we have a very special show for you today. I'm Ken Kostick.
And I'm Mary Jo Eustace. I was going to say Kostick, but I'm not
No,
anymore.
because
Am
that
I?
confuses the viewers.
I know, I got to talk to you about that. But Ken's right, we're going to make a wonderful meal today. We really coordinate.
We do.
We're very Bordeaux.
Are we?
Yeah, do you think?
I think so, too.
I think totally we are. And we're really going to come together and make an absolutely delicious meal with ingredients you can get at your local store.
That's
so
right.
don't freak out, don't you think?
What are you doing?
If you want to pick up that pen, I'll give you the ingredients to this delicious dish. I'm
Chicken
making-
with sauteed vegetables and raisins.
Absolutely. Here come the ingredients for this right-on dish. You need half a teaspoon of dried tarragon, half a teaspoon of dried dill, 1/4 teaspoon of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of salt.
Oh, did you get tired?
Yeah, I'm a bit tired. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Sit down for this one. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1 clove of garlic minced, 2 small shallots or 1 onion chopped, half a cup of sweet red pepper sliced into strips, 1 cup of mushrooms chopped, my goodness, 8 asparagus stalks chopped, I know I am, 8 cherry tomatoes, 1 medium carrot julienne, 2 large chicken breasts, the juice and zest of 1 lemon, half a cup of white wine, and half a cup of raisins. Doesn't that sound delicious? It was a lot of ingredients, but like we always say, it's just a wee bit of chopping. It's no big deal, not to worry.
I drifted off there
You
for
okay?
a moment.
You
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
What are you doing,
You know
my
what I'm going to
friend?
do? I looked in the fridge, and what we had was some peppers, so I'm going to stuff some peppers.
Oh, I love those.
We have some leftover rice, and I'm going to saute the rice. No, I'm not. I'm going to saute some onion, mix it in with rice, tomato, and we're going to bake. What are you looking at?
I'm just very attentive to what you're
Oh,
saying
really?
today. Yeah.
And we're going to bake our stuffed peppers.
My dry ingredients. What I'm going to do with these, I'm going to, dear.
Oh,
I've
you
got to
can't
work on my
say
grammar.
that.
Got a call from my mother yesterday. She said, you've got to work on your grammar, your elocution.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is...
Your extra what?
My who?
Your what?
My
Akin?
elocution. That's how I elocute, how I speak.
I see.
you know,
Okay.
See, I've just totally lost focus. But what I'm going to do is with these dry herbs, I'm going
Right.
to coat I'm going to coat my chicken breast with half of the dried herbs,
Yes.
and then I'm going to use the rest for the sauce that I make after I cook my chicken. So it's quite exciting.
Innovative.
Innovative. Marching back to get my chicken breasts from the fridge. Do you need anything? Are you okay?
I'm fine right now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look at this. In goes. We're going to
Oh,
save
gee,
all
I've got
of
to get
this.
a pot now. I'm all over the place.
And you know what? My mom can't. Whoa.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
That woke me up.
I know. The pot center's getting a bit crowded.
My mom can't wait to come on the show.
When's she coming on?
Not too long. She's coming on to do some of her favorite baking.
What did she, because she did that last year. It was delicious.
Yes,
We made
yes.
a cheesecake and muffins and stuff.
This year, I think she's going to do something like the Helen's mango cake. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, we did that on
on
the
the cruise.
cruise.
Helen's mango cake.
Excellent. So that'll be yummy.
It will be.
She'll come and boss us around. I love that, don't you?
It happens to me all the
I
time.
know. She's so sweet, your mom.
You
I
think
like
so?
how- you know, Helen's very sweet underneath it all. Don't you think? I think she is.
Sure.
I totally think she is.
She's my mom, so
You're partial.
yes.
Those baby blue eyes.
Mine or hers?
Both of yours. Absolutely. Now I'm just cutting up my shallots, and I'm going to saute those first and then add my garlic. And that's really the order you should do it because you don't want to burn your garlic. So I'll put in my garlic after.
Don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that. Not
Okay.
at all. Okie dokie.
Goodness.
Here I go.
Today is a poultry day, a chicken day.
I know, totally. Do you love chicken?
I love chicken. But you know, I
too.
there's not many foods that I don't like.
Really? Do you have an
Just
aversion
like-
to anything?
You know what?
What?
When I was a kid, my parents used to make this stuff called head cheese. Do you like that?
No, but a friend of mine from New Brunswick had a pet pig called Patricia. She told me this story.
Yeah.
She had a pet pig called Patricia, and she loved Patricia, and they got along really well. And then one day she went to Patricia's pen, and she was gone. She thought,
Yeah.
what's the deal with Patricia? And she walked into the kitchen, and Patricia's head was in the sink. They were making head cheese. Well, they lived on a farm.
Yeah.
So she was a bit traumatized by that. So I can see why. Yeah, head cheese.
That's probably the only thing I don't like.
Yeah.
Don't like head cheese.
Yeah, head cheese is not so good.
But you know, that story you just told?
It was a beautiful story, wasn't
It was. It was.
Did you?
You know what?
Tears to your eyes.
You can replace the asparagus here in this recipe that you're doing. Hello.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, yeah.
Focus. You can replace the asparagus with fennel.
That would be an excellent substitution, sir. Thank
And
you very much.
fennel's one of my
What's your
favorites.
favorite vegetable?
Yeah.
Why do you like it so much, do you think?
I don't know. It adds a really nice minty flavor.
It does, totally.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get my red pepper and my mushrooms, my asparagus, tomatoes, and carrots, and I'm going to saute those.
Yep.
This is going to be delicious, Ken. Very hearty, homey meal that we're doing tonight, don't you think?
Benny.
Benny. Who's Benny?
That's what happened to Benny.
In the sink? The head in the sink for Benny?
No.
Who?
You know, when I was a little kid,
Yeah?
my parents bought me, for Easter one year, they bought me a little rabbit. And I named him Benny the Rabbit.
What happened?
And my dad built this outdoor cage. And, you know, I lived in a very kind of tough part of Winnipeg.
Is that how you got so tough?
I think
Tough
so.
and macho, yeah?
Yeah. And what happened was I came home one day and Benny wasn't there.
No.
Yeah,
Where was Benny?
rabbit stew.
Oh, Helen! Ouch! Why did she do that?
No, not my mom.
Oh, your dad?
No, the neighbors.
I have two rabbit stories. One, we had a rabbit when we were younger, and you know what happened?
What?
We petted it to death. There was 4 kids. We got so excited. We kept petting it, and it died. Can you
Get
believe
out.
that?
Get out. That's sick,
And
Mary Jo.
something else, in the old neighborhood where I used to live, there was 3 beautiful bunnies.
Yeah.
Somebody stole a bunny and made stew. Isn't that awful? And we know who it was, but what can you say? How can you prove that they took the bunny? I mean, you can. It's tough, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a tough thing to prove.
I was very upset. But you know what my mom and dad said? Because I was very young.
What did they say?
They just said, you know what? He went to the forest.
You went to bunny heaven?
Yes.
And you bought that one?
I
you
did.
do when you're a kid, don't you?
I think I was like 35 when they told me the
Really?
truth.
Oh, dear. And how did that sit with you? Not
Ruined
too good.
me. Years of therapy.
Really?
Yeah.
Twice a week, I've heard. That's a lot. Now, I'm just cutting up my vegetables, and what I'm going to do is saute the harder vegetables first, and then I'm going to remove them from the pan and sprinkle my chicken breast with the dry ingredients, and we'll cook those. And then when the chicken's cooked too thoroughly, sorry, hello.
Oh.
Can I do something for you?
No, I was just looking.
Okay. And then I'll remove the chicken, add the rest of the vegetables, and make the soup. Now, because today is a chicken day, of course I picked a trivia question pertaining to chicken, because I thought that that was a good idea. Does that make
Hey,
sense?
chicken day.
Kenny, what is rappie pie? What's a rappie pie? R-A-P-P-I-E.
Oh, you know what? I think I've had that.
Have you?
Yes.
Do you know this?
I think I do.
Come on over here. Let's stand really close together as we say, we'll see you in a minute on What's for Dinner. You do? Hello, and welcome back to What's for Dinner. I'm just chopping up my peppers, and Ken's chopping alongside me like we like to do here
Yes.
on What's for Dinner. And he's adding his...
My green onion and my tomato.
This is for your stuffed peppers.
That's right. And I'm going to gently saute those.
Absolutely.
And then add them. I've chopped up about a 1/4 cup of fresh oregano. And I'm going to add that to the rice mixture.
Oh, that sounds really good. I'm just adding my hard vegetables just for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to pull them out and start on my chicken breast. But before I do that, I'd like to repeat the trivia question for my good friend and fellow rabbit owner, Ken Kostick. Kenny, what's a rappy pie? Please get it.
It is a chicken pot pie made of chicken legs only.
You know what? I'm going to give it to you because you need layered potatoes and onion, but substituting for the crust, but that's very, very close. Very nice,
There we
sir.
go.
Very
See?
nice.
I knew I would get one.
You did.
I felt lucky today. I should go buy a lottery ticket.
You should. Absolutely.
Okay, get my rice.
Oh, he snapped his fingers there. Did you hear that? He's back on track. He feels
Yes.
good. Putting in my mushrooms, giving those a swirl. I'm going to leave my cherry tomatoes whole. I'm going to chop up my asparagus, throw in my mushrooms, and then we're off to the races.
We are.
Absolutely. Now, Kenny,
Yes?
how's Eddie Dover Spike?
Eddie
That
Dover
name
Spike.
is so cute.
Eddie Dover Spike and I burnt down our neighbor's fence.
How old were you? Well, it was last week, wasn't it? That's a problem.
Yes.
That is such a cute name, Eddie Dover Spike.
We were only, I think, 4 years old.
And who was the girl you took to the prom? Patty?
Patsy, my truck.
Patsy Metric? Like the
My
system?
truck.
Like the metric system?
I think it was Patsy, my truck. I'm not sure.
But that one didn't last too long.
Yeah.
It was just a prom date. Eddie Dover Spike.
Eddie Dover Spike, yes.
Wonder what Eddie's
Eddie
up
used
to.
to live right next door to me,
Yeah,
and we used to always get into trouble.
really?
Yeah.
Did Helen know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. But we used to pull some fast ones.
Some fast ones?
Yeah.
I can see you pulling a fast one.
We were innovative. I've added in my oregano. I've added in now the Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to mix that all together.
Now, as Kenny was saying, I mean, you can use anything you've got left over for these peppers, if you have leftover vegetables or rice, and that's what we're doing today, so it's a great way to clean out your cupboard, so to speak.
It is.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat my chicken breast with half of the dried herb mixture, and I'm going to cook them in the same pan that I cook the vegetables with. Then I'll remove the chicken breast and do my sauce.
Ooh,
Yummy.
very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'd say. Little S&P, and in they go. Excellent.
Chicken breast is a good source of vitamin B. Did you know that?
I know.
Yes,
And it's low in fat, so it's a right-on type food. It's good for you.
very much so.
Okay.
And you know, when you're buying ground chicken, make sure that you look at the fat content.
Yeah.
Because
that's
a
good
lot
point.
of times what happens is in the ground chicken there's the skin. And the skin
Right.
possesses the most amount of fat.
That's a very good tip. Your peppers are so beautifully color coordinated.
I
There,
know.
I've said
Look
it.
at
They
this.
look great.
Look at this.
Well, I've got a bit of a tip of the day, and I'm going to go for it. You know those greens you get on the end of your carrots? I mean, we all get them.
Remove them.
Well, I didn't know they suck out the nutrients from your carrot. Who knew that? Did you know that?
You know what? I didn't know
So that's a good tip. You can remove the stalk, and then you can use that stalk in a soup stock instead of draining your carrots, because that's not good.
You know what? Because up by my cabin in the summertime, they sell fresh carrots and other vegetables all the time. So I didn't know that when I got home I should do that. But now I do.
I took off the hook. I'll just put that back on. Oh, dear. And get this happening.
Look
now,
at this.
Kenny, I've got a
Yes.
few minutes. Is there anything I could help you with?
No, not
Okay.
right. Oh, yes, you could. You could. I've got to, we're going to grill up our vegetables.
Okay.
And we have there some eggplant and some radicchio.
Would you like me to cut some up for you?
Please.
I'm just going to wash my hands
Lengthwise, though, please.
because I handled the chicken breast, so I'm just going to give myself a quick wash,
Right?
washeroo, and then I'm going to assist Kenny in his vegetables.
Now, here's a really good tip. Today we're using some leftover rice in this recipe to stuff our peppers. But you know what you can do? When you're making a soup, if you want, add leftover rice and puree it, and that will give your soup a very nice creamy texture.
It'll thicken it up.
Yes.
Excellent. I'm just putting some fresh lemon juice on my chicken breasts, right on the breasts themselves. I'll turn down my pan a little bit, a wee bit. And now I've got another job to do to help my lovely co-host.
Lovely.
Lovely. I'm going to chop his vegetables lengthwise. He gave me very specific instructions, didn't you?
Yes.
Going to do a very good job for you, Kenneth. And what are you going to put on these?
We're going to put a little bit of olive oil,
Okay.
and maybe we'll look for some fresh herbs.
Do you want me to go get you the basket?
Yes,
Look at how
get
I'm
my
working
purse.
overtime for you.
Get my purse.
Here's the purse. Oh, we've got thyme, we've got some rosemary, dill, parsley, and mint. So whatever you're comfortable with, there's your
Okay,
purse.
thank you.
You work with that.
I will.
Okay. Got this happening.
Now I'm going to go to the fridge and see if we have any other cheese. What do we have?
What do you got in there, buddy?
I think we have a little bit of, cheddar.
Oh,
That's what I'm going to do. And while I'm here, I'm going to do the beer mail.
great.
Look at this little one.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, dear Mary Jo and Ken. Hi, how are you? My name is
Bobby
Joe Thompson. Oh, that's nice.
Wonder if he's a relative.
And I'm 13 years old, and I just thought I'd write you to say what a wonderful show both of you have. I've watched almost every one of your shows,
wow.
and I love every minute of it. Both of you are terrific cooks. Well, we try
We
hard.
do try.
We only have...
We aim to
you know,
please.
that's right. Thank you very much for taking the time to read this letter on air. Sincerely yours, Bobby Joe Thompson.
That's very sweet.
Isn't that very nice? Yes. Great.
We have a lot of young viewers, don't we?
We do.
Do you know we did a public show once, Ken? And this was actually the highlight of my career. These two boys came up to me, and they were 13 or 14 years old, and they asked me to autograph a picture of myself for them, and they were going to put me up against their heavy metal posters.
Oh,
It was I was so flattered. I could not believe that a teenage boy wanted a picture of me,
Of the Eustace.
of the Eustace, of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. Very sweet. Very sweet young man, and a good cook to boot. Now, my chicken breasts are totally happening, so I am going to remove them, and I'm going to start on my sauce, and then I'll add the chicken breast back in at the last moment. So that'll be good. I'm going to go get a plate.
Okay. Here we are. Add some
I
cheddar
think I'm
to
going to get
this.
a plate. I want to get a plate, so I'm going to. Here they are.
In the oven, these go at 350 for about 10 minutes.
Excellent.
Because everything else is cooked except the peppers.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now Kenny, I've got your eggplant here, and I'm going to let you decide on what you want to do with your radicchio, because I don't
Okay.
know what you want to do. And here is your eggplant slices.
Oh, okay, well, they have to go on the grill, sweetie.
But honey, don't you want to put something on
No,
them?
no, we'll put them on as we grill them.
As we do it.
Sure.
Okay, so I
Okay.
should walk over and put them on
Let's
now,
do
is what
that.
you're saying. Okay,
Yes.
who
And
knew?
we'll put these on in sections.
All right,
Have you ever had grilled radicchio?
never.
Ooh, it's wonderful, Mary Jo. You're going to love it.
Is it good?
Yeah, yeah, you're going to love it.
I can't wait. Okay, you want to put those in the grill, and we're going to put a little olive oil and S&P.
And you know how we're going to serve this?
How?
This here?
Yeah.
With a little bit of lemon.
Oh, he winked at me. I like that.
I winked at you.
Things are back on track. When we get back on What's for Dinner, we are going to pull together one fabulous dinner, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah, definitely.
Hello, and welcome back to What's for Dinner. I've just lightly oiled the vegetables and the radicchio. I took a selection of fresh sage, dill, and some parsley, and I sprinkled that on.
Ooh,
Isn't that
looks
great?
Great.
Yeah.
Smells delicious. Now, what I did here is I deglazed my pan with my white wine to get all the juices off the pan from the chicken, and I'm going to re-add my vegetables at this time, and the rest of the dried herbs, a little lemon juice. Give this a minute or two, add my chicken back, and then present the chicken. So it's going to be delicious.
Great idea.
Yeah. So just give this a bit of a swirl and get this happening.
And that's deglazing the pan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kenneth,
Look
your
at that.
peppers are smelling pretty good, sir.
So I think I'm going to get some more herbs here and chop them up
Okay.
for garnish. What do you
Good.
think?
I think that's a very good idea.
Look at this.
Adding my chicken breast back into the mixture for the last final moments of cooking
There we
to
go.
get the flavor. Oh, this smells good.
And I've chopped up some fresh parsley, and that's what I'm going to add to my wonderful stuffed peppers that we used our leftover rice with.
Good. Got the raisins. Put the raisins in. And just let that cook for a minute or so.
There you go.
Oh,
Look at that.
my.
Colorful, huh?
Very nice, sir.
There we go.
Perfect. Perfect.
Some fresh parsley on top.
Oh, these pans are heavy.
And I've got to get my vegetables on.
Your grilled radicchio and
Yes.
eggplant. Got the chicken, and then we're going to put the delicious sauce of tomatoes and asparagus, carrots, and peppers over our chicken. And then I'm going to garnish. I'm going to score this lemon and garnish with some lemon score. Okay, I always have to figure out how to do it. There you go. I figured it out.
And while you're doing that, could you cut me half a lemon?
Yes.
Cut
For
the
juice?
rug. Yeah,
Okay. Here
for
we go.
juice. Because that's what I'm going to add to my freshly grilled eggplant and radicchio. Look
you
at that.
go.
Thank you.
I'm going to score a bit here. Actually, I'm just going to cut off some rind and chop it up.
Look,
Kenny. They
I'm
look
v- I'm
delicious.
vegetable proud
You're
today.
totally vegetable proud. And you made those delicious stuffed peppers with leftovers.
I did.
So that's totally excellent. I'm going to just sprinkle a bit of the lemon rind on top of the chicken. And I must
Look
say,
at this.
I'm a bit chicken proud today. Doesn't
Well,
that
you-
look good?
Yes, it looks wonderful.
Do you want to recut?
Chicken
Yes.
we had here. We did some grilled vegetables, and with leftovers, we stuffed some peppers. So once again, we pulled it together on What's for Dinner, and we want you to keep trying.
Yeah,
so
keep
get in
writing.
that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Take
Take care.
care. Until the next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.